Ernie and Charles, here it is, my newest book. I'm going to see who the first one is who can read this. I'm going to check.
I will always be proud to say that I was one of those little fellows.
Oh, you're
all
reading
7
yours.
foot 2 inches of me.
Oh, you're not on the last page. You're out of here.
That is awesome.
Oh, yeah, right, Ernie.
Hey, thank you, Kareem, for sending us all the signed copies. We really appreciate it.
Oh, okay, you guys got copies too?
Yeah, we all did.
And it's just...
I was just about to say, I feel really special, Kareem. Somebody knocked on my door and said...
Two of the favorite
Kareem
guys,
actually came by
Kareem and John Wooden.
my door.
It's Coach Wooden and Me.
Wow.
is the name of the book. Who we looking at?
Look at that. Yeah,
okay.
look at that.
I look forward to reading
Coach
that book.
Wooden and me, our 50-year friendship on and off the court, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. So, and a great photo on the back here. Take a look at this, if you could.
I got a chance to meet Coach Wooden one time. I was like a little kid in the campus.
Yeah,
Oh, man, I met him a couple times, but especially living in Los Angeles. But and then high school was my first actually time at the McDonald All-American game. That's probably where you met him as well. But he used to eat at the same restaurant called VIPs in Ximo, where I go a lot as well. And I'm sitting there, and I'm nervous. And I'm like, telling my wife, I'm like, that's Coach Wooden.
Yeah.
And so he goes, I go over, she's like, go over there. I was like, I haven't seen him since I was like in high school. I go over at that time, and I go talk to him. She goes over and introduced me and goes, well, Kenny, I'd rather talk to your wife and not you.
No,
he knows talent.
Tremendous.
Yeah, he was.
And
I met him one time. I met him one time at LSU. He was in the stands. I had a hell of a game. So after the game, I said, Coach, what do you think? And he put his hand on my shoulder. He said, Shaq, the true definition of a great player is one that makes the players around them better. You need to pass the ball a little more.
I used to work.
I'm sad that you didn't listen to him.
I used to work the John Wooden Keys to Life Awards breakfast at the Final Four, and I used to MC that. And for years, Coach Wooden would be there, and before he became unable to travel. And I recall one year, and he's in his early 90s at that point, and one of his folks said, I don't know how you want to handle this. Maybe you can just ask Coach a couple of questions. He may not want to do a whole lot today. I said, that's fine. I'll do this. And so I introduced Coach Wooden to this room full of folks, and John Wooden is here, and he takes the mic. I went, hey, it's good to see everybody. He starts working the room like crazy for 10 minutes. It was awesome.
The one good thing about that, Kareem to me is one of the most underrated leaders of our generation. And anytime people get a chance to be around him and learn and read stuff that he puts on paper, they should do it. Because to me,
he's a very intelligent man.
He's a very intelligent man.
Super intelligent.
He and Nate Archibald, obviously being from New York City, those are my two idols growing up. And he was the only person, honestly, that when I played in the NBA, I was in awe when I walked on the court and I was nervous to meet, was Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I think overall what he's done, not just as a basketball player, but as a socialite and as a person and as an activist, and all of the things that kind of encompass what basketball and sports can do outside of basketball, he has accomplished.